But you know what? It's that time. Polk, thank you for resubscribing. Thanks for everybody else showing your booties. Crappy, it's time for you to take us to the game reveal. And I appreciate all of the good wishes for partner anniversary. Honestly, you all have made my dreams of being able to be a streamer come true. And I appreciate that. Uncle Pooh is celebrating as well. I just like Uncle Pooh enough that I haven't switched him out yet. Well, everybody, this round is But Why? What does that mean? This round, the players have been given a game that may or may not be good. Some of them have legitimately been good, but the biggest question is, why was this game made? That's right, we're dipping a little bit more into the strange side of video games rather than completely bad. So, what do we have today? Well, the GM for this match is our dear friend, omeganumber. omeganumber, come on in and let's chat about this game. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I am actually quite excellent. I went to the Renaissance Fair yesterday.
Ooh.
I might be going to the Cat Cafe right after this match.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you saw at the Ren Fair?
So there's a fire whip person who had a whip that was on fire. That was pretty good. And he took he took a cap from a water bottle from the audience and he had it on his head and he whipped it off his head while the whip was on fire.
Okay, I want you to know that I understand you said cap, but I heard cat. And I'm like, don't whip the cat. Oh my gosh, omeganumber, how dare you? Encouraging cat whipping at Ren Fairs. Can't believe it. And you're going to the Cat Cafe as well. Or is it a Cap Cafe? Hard to say.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. Honestly, that would be pretty cool to see. Well, good. The question is this game going to be more interesting than fire whipping? I don't know. What game do you have today?
Well, I really wanted to lean on the theme of this one. So, I've done, I guess, 4 of these now. I wasn't quite expecting to do this many, but I really do like the theme because of saying, okay, let's drop having an idea of even a bad game. Just what's a really weird game, which is what I leaned into for this last one. This is actually a genuinely legit game. I think it's perfectly fine game. Once you hear what the setup is, it's like, how did that happen? It is very much but why. So that's why I picked it. We're playing Ganbare Gorby.
So what was it?
Ganbare Gorby.
Ganbare Gorby. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Also known as Factory Panic in the US, we are playing the Japanese version because it has our favorite protagonist, Gorbachev. And and the players are going to have an hour to try to help Gorby accomplish everything that he wants to do in this game. Whoever makes the most progress takes the victory. Whoever doesn't, they're out of Kusogrand8. Eliminated because they just weren't able to help the masses, I guess. You know?
So, Sharon and chat, this is better than Gorby's Pipe Adventure. This is actually a legit good game, but it is purely Mikhail Gorbachev who has a scream attack, the Red Army to get supplies to people. I don't know. It's I don't know how they came up with this, but it's a good game.
We will be talking a little bit about the history because, like, political history between different countries, especially when the U.S. is not involved, we tend not to learn about it. And there are reasons why Gorbachev was popular and why a game would have been made about him in Japan. It makes a lot of sense to me now that I've done a little research. But oh my god, this music. Just a second. What music was that? Mindezzy, are you moving your icon specifically over the character here? Okay, let me just say, chat, you're going to be able to use Twitch points to vote on who you think is going to win. However, I also highly appreciate playing along with the demo. That makes me very, very happy. Okay, well, I'm gonna check with the players to see if they are good to go. I'm ready. Are you all set? And take down pics, lol. There we go. I gotta put the LOL because it was funny. Thank you for the happy partner anniversary wishes. I don't know which anniversary it is, but it is an anniversary, I suppose. Wasn't even planning on that, but hey, it's cool. You get to be here on my anniversary when Twitch decided to own my life. That's pretty cool.
So the music, by the way, that's 1812 Overture by your favorite composer, Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. And that's often associated with American patriotism, which makes it even more entertaining that it's here. With that said, the players are ready to get going. So everybody, I need you to spam all of your best Gorbachev emotes. Or what else would be appropriate, actually, omeganumber?
Bread,
Yes,
medicine, 3 pieces, anything that would be like a random supply that you might want to have. Meat?
Yeah, meat, food, wrenches, spam, because as soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. Oh, good. I'm glad that, no, we're having good emotes come in. I mean, a Cabbage Patch Kid is basically a commodity. Oh, good job. Wait, good job to both of them.
Yep. For the first stages go very fast. So this is there's 2 actually kinds of stages, and there's 4 of sections of 8 stages each. So it'll switch modes after 8 stages to go to the other kind. For this kind, there's the little junctions. You can hit the buttons to switch which way they're going, and they're leading the little items. And in each level, you're trying to direct a particular kind of item to the people waiting for it. So they might be wanting food, they might be wanting tools, they might be wanting medicine. So it's just whatever it is they're wanting in particular for stage. And it definitely goes quickly at the start and then gets faster as it goes along.
And the beginning screen before you start the level shows you what commodity they want. So right now they want houses. That's what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. We want houses. Yep. What happens if you feed them the wrong commodity?
It's okay. You don't get credit for it.
Oh, so on this level, all you really need to do is stand on the button the entire time, because then everything will go to the people.
Yeah, I mean, it goes faster if you do it right. Yeah, you want to direct the right things, because then like it can get jumbled up if you start putting things wrong.
I'm just thinking of meta strategies here.
Yeah. The other thing that you may notice is there's the guard walking around, so Gorbachev has a scream attack, and it is a scream that is confirmed from the manual, and he is able to stun the Red Army with his scream. So the Red Army is trying to stop him from giving out the supplies to the people that need it.
Of course they are. Oh, Mindezzy needs to get rid of these poisons, or whatever they are. I assume we're dealing with either medicine or poison. But if you just have poison floating around, you can't heal people. You gotta get rid of the poison so that you can deliver the medicine.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a decently quick game. I actually think somebody might clear it in like 50. We'll see. But they get longer as they go on, so they don't all go this quickly. It's starts as a tutorial and then they get trickier.
Okay.
And we already are seeing kind of the what kind of game would you call those? Where you have the
oh jeez,
one in the center that you can spin around.
The what?
So the tracks in the center that you can spin around, and there's some games that do that a lot. I'm just trying to see, is there a name you'd give that kind of game?
Puzzle game.
I don't know. Railroad building game. There's a lot of the railroad building game strats to this. So if you're familiar with any of those, there's some arcade games. There's There's a couple council games that are like that too, where you have to kind of fiddle with those a lot, and that's what this is about.
Gotcha. It seems like this dude is trying to eat all the meat. And that's a big problem here for Gorbachev. He's got to feed the people, okay? You got to feed the people and yell at the Red Army to keep them from stealing all the meat. Come on. So, yeah, this round is but why. Again, when this was adopted for the American market, Gorbachev was definitely removed. Yeah, for the original Japanese release, no, we get Gorby in all of his tubby action here, and I kind of love it.
Right. The other game that's named after Gorby doesn't actually even really feature him. It's like he's on the title screen. For those not familiar, there's also a game featuring Gorbachev that's Gorby's Pipeline, which is a pipeline of water that's going between Japan and the USSR, and it's meant to be like a friendship pipeline. And it's a straight up puzzle game where things start dropping from above, so kind of like Tetris, except that you're playing Pipe Mania or one of those kind of games.
Gotcha.
Right. And in this case, you are playing directly as Gorbachev, so I mean, just that alone made it like that much weirder to me. But also, this one it feels better as a race. I mean, the other one you can race if you wanted to, but this one adds a lot of variety to it. And like I said, there's a totally different kind of stage which they haven't seen yet, and so it is actually going to swap between the kinds of stages.
Now, one thing to note for the player, or for everybody watching, is that the players are told that they can and in fact should use save states at the beginning of each level, because you can get a full game over a decent way into this game, and at that point there would be no chance of recovery. It would just be too bad. Right. Yeah, they have been given that opportunity, so if they need to load states, if you see them load states, that's allowed. Trisscorp, by the way, working on delivering these Game Gears to the people, because that's what the people need.
Yeah, the continues are decently generous on this, and I really thought about just not doing that. Like, it is pretty generous, but there is the possibility somebody could just burn through all of them on a particular level they get stuck on. And that would... I don't want the game to be decided like that. You know, it made more sense to me the way that we would normally race this anyway, to just have it go continuously. And it's not like they're not penalized if they don't die. They have to start over the level.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, so...
Now, I do want to thank the referees who are helping with this match, because we have Comrade Blastin as champion of the Kuso workers. Uh-oh. Okay, well, no, I support you, Comrade Blastness. Buster Curry is seizing the means of production. Finally, Taven accepts this historically accurate portrayal. Well, good. Thank you all so much for joining this game, which may or may not be propaganda. It probably is in some way, but remember, propaganda isn't necessarily always I don't know. There's oftentimes at least a little bit of truth behind propaganda. That's why it works.
Yeah, I would say the friendship line one feels a lot like propaganda. This one, like, doesn't, which I guess is the other reason that makes it kind of inscrutable. It's like, I'm not sure what even point they were making with this by giving Gorbachev a shouting ability, and yeah, it doesn't even succeed as propaganda, I guess.
Well, I mean, one interesting thing, like, because this came out in 1991, which Japan historically did have a pretty strained relation. Oh, wait, what is going on Mindezzy's screen? Let's talk about this level first, and then I'll talk about history.
Yeah, so this is... there's a Japanese thing called, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Amadakuji. There we go, Amadakuji. Where you have these kind of ladders where you're going down the ladders, and then if you hit a crossing, you're supposed to go across. That's kind of what this is. you can change where the bridge is, and you can redirect them to a new place.
It's sort of like Mega Man X, the fighter spite. Or the spider fight. The fighter spite? Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So this is round 2 switches to this mode of gameplay. It also does mean Mindezzy is ahead.
Yes. Mindezzy definitely has a lead. However, depending on how Trisscorp manages to figure out the way that this game works, Trisscorp could make a decent comeback.
I would say this is certainly a game where you can get stuck later, especially 3 and 4 is where you could get stuck. It's still not a long game, so again, somebody might finish, but that's where the real juice starts to happen, is those later stages.
Oh, yeah.
So, because the guards get really aggressive. That's kind of the main difference, honestly.
Okay.
It also is, these bridges can get a little bit gnarly to even figure out what's going on, and somebody could kind of panic. You also notice that they're having to redirect like multiple times to get the right things to the right people.
Yeah. So, a little bit of the history lesson with Gorbachev. Again, like, before Gorbachev was the leader of the USSR, Japan definitely had a strained relationship with the USSR, and because of that, like, Gorbachev came in and was one of the first politicians, especially in Soviet Russia, to be like, hey, Japan actually has a lot of power. They're a huge influence. We respect Japan. And Japan's like, oh, that's pretty cool. And over time, you know, his influence escalated to the point where he even had a trip to go visit Japan itself because, he wanted to improve the relations with them, and Japan was like, you know what, we're kind of cool with you because you're treating us well. So, yeah, his visit was in 1991. This game came out in 1991. It just makes sense how it lines up. Why would you make a game about Gorbachev building roads and such? I don't know. It's a game idea. Sometimes you just need an idea.
So while you've been talking, Trisscorp did actually blast through the first stage of this set. But it is starting to get trickier because you actually have to pay attention to who gets what. And they've been kind of blasting through that screen, so they have it straight in their heads, I guess. But this is one of the sources of confusion. You can, like, sometimes just get mixed up who needs the house and who needs the meat and who needs the medicine, because if they go to the wrong person, then, you know, they make a little expression on their face. You should still have seen it plenty of times now. So it doesn't, like, kill them or something, but it does mean that it can cause a delay and make it not quite work like, you know, you're supposed to. So you want to try to redirect it as well as you can without wasting any of your food.
Now, I do like that, like, reviewing this, I'm seeing, you know, this game came out in 91. It came out a couple months after that other Gorby game that you were talking about. Gorby's Pipeline, was it?
Yes.
And then later on, this article is saying several months after these games came out, the USSR fell. So, like, we're getting very, very late USSR inspired video games here, and I kind of love that. Okay, Trisscorp doing a good job of getting the medicine to the right person.
Yeah, late. So the transition for the fall of the USSR, it really was a very close thing in terms of, I mean, there was an attempt at a coup, with some fairly high-level people involved, and if they had caught, so the leader after Gorbachev was Yeltsin, and if they had actually managed to catch Yeltsin, there was a military team that was supposed to catch Yeltsin, basically, and he actually, like, figured out what was going on, redirected his plane to land in a different place, and there's a lot of drama to it that's not really important for this game, but the main thing is that it really was kind of a near thing that they transitioned it all, their political system, from Gorbachev to Yeltsin. And that one year, 1991, just so much happened. It was, I mean, really hard for anybody to follow, honestly. I mean, I was young, so, I wasn't following news that closely, but I just, I don't even know what's going on anymore because of being so complicated.
Yeah.
So, strategy-wise, it does look like Mindezzy is taking more routes that kind of are very close to where the parts go, and Trisscorp is kind of trying to intervene a little earlier than that. It kind of depends on the level, which one might be better. If you're good at this kind of I still can't say it right. Amadakuji kind of game. Being able to predict that really well is helpful because you can see, oh, this is going to be right. I don't even have to change anything. Or, oh, if this is going to go 3 gates, and so it's going to be in the wrong spot, even though it's going to the right spot. That's kind of a big skill on this game.
Yeah. I will say, another positive thing about Gorbachev is that essentially he did run the USSR into the ground so that it fell apart. Actually, that might have been more people who were trying to take power away from him that ended up running it into the ground. But he was a big proponent of change from what I can see. I honestly don't know too much about Gorbachev, but largely one of the figures who helped end the Cold War, which is great. I approve of that. You probably have some problematic things, Gorby, but you know what? Ronald Reagan was was one of the other people who was kind of involved with that, and I can't say that Ronald Reagan doesn't have a complicated history as well, I didn't make any video games about Ronald Reagan, though. When are we going to have our Reaganomics game? Come on. We need a game.
Let me think here. I have... Well, there is... There's Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, although you're not playing as Reagan. Right? Where you have to rescue the president, and then it's Ronnie at the end, and he offers to buy them a burger. You know that game?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And so Ronnie does show up in that game. I'm trying to think. He does show up in some other games, although they're a little more obscure. One of them is this British game from '91, which has a whole bunch of celebrities. So like Elvis and Margaret Thatcher, and they try to kill you, and they're just like monster mobs, basically. So it's like a normal RPG, except the monsters are all celebrities.
I love that. Yeah, people brought up that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has Ronald Reagan as well. Apparently, Johnny Turbo's Arcade Heavy Burger. Okay.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
You found a list of all the games with Reagan in them?
Well, yeah, on Giant Bomb,
Okay, of course.
Yeah,
of course
Bad Dudes is definitely there. There are a lot of games... Okay, he's in a surprising number of games. A lot of them sound really boring, but that's because they're war games, and I don't really care about that. But yeah.
I really would wonder if there's a game based on not his later politics, but on his earlier movie career.
Possibly. There was a game that came out in 1986 in the UK called Split Personalities. It's a fast-paced puzzle game, and you just complete images of famous faces. So, yep, Ronald Reagan did, as an actor, show up in a game that was basically featuring famous people. There you go. Okay, I'm getting tired of this music, I gotta be honest. It's not the worst.
Hey, this game can't have 10 out of 10 in all respects when we're playing Kusogrand8. I mean... Right?
Yeah. I mean, this is Kusogrand8. Come on.
Yeah, I did give, I think, like 10 out of 10 music. Well, not even that game. When they rejected, so I had given the 2 Konami games, and those tended to have pretty good music. But the Castlevania one, I really like the music on, except...
I do want to note that Trisscorp is doing a lot of good work catching up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a possibility that Trisscorp could come back depending on how long this level takes Mindezzy, although Mindezzy just keeping the enemies stun locked, making sure that they can't move. Good. Oh, I need to... This week, I'm going to be doing some level design, but I'm going to be adding more stuff to the NES game that I'm helping make, and I gotta figure out how to make health and damage and all of that good stuff work in there. So my question for this, I've seen the characters occasionally get hit by a bullet or something and take damage. Like, how consequential is that? Because it doesn't seem like it does much.
Not that much. I mean, the save state thing, I was just being very, very cautious. Like I said, I thought of just ignoring that because I doubt they're going to die. Their enemies are a little more aggressive later, but generally speaking, you have to get hit like... I was trying to intentionally die, and I think they had to like knock me down 3 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's not that common to get knocked down. It is possible, and you can die, and then you can also run out of time. That's another thing that can happen is the little timer up there.
And it is confirmed. We have a lead change. Trisscorp now in the lead. It looks like we're back to the first type of level that we have. Yep, round 3, stage 1. Mindezzy just wrapping up the second world here. Good. Just by making this guy dance. Look at him go. He's dancing. Uh-oh. Getting low on time, though. And unfortunately, Mindezzy messed up the meat. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, really... This would be a big loss if Mindezzy can't pull this off, because it is a total reset of this stage if you have to redo it.
By the way,
there are ways
go ahead
to get bonus time, but they haven't really been dealing with that too much. It looked like there's also ways to get bonus lives, but that really doesn't matter for this. It's not important. There we go. We got
okay,
it. We got
Mindezzy is through. Gonna need to work on catching up with Trisscorp, but again, this type of level, Mindezzy was generally doing a little bit better than Trisscorp, so there is a real possibility of catching up doing this level. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, keep him soft lock, or I guess not soft lock, just keep him stunned. Come on, the dude wants to eat your meat. Don't let him go after your meat. He's ravenous. He's got a very, very big smiley face. Kind of looks like Pac-Man when he gets stunned, though. I like him. I also love all the people waiting in line. You can 100% tell that these are Soviet people going to the factory in order to collect food, or to collect different resources here. Like, it's... For a Japanese game, they actually nailed a lot of the aesthetic here. I really like it.
Yeah, no, they did not slouch on making this actually themed with the theme. It was... there's absolutely no difference between this and Factory Panic other than the sprites, but it's a big difference. It really is. It makes the game have kind of a different tone to it. I mean, Factory Pack's not a bad game, but it's pretty generic characters. It doesn't like have anything really memorable.
Yeah, there's like a blonde kid or something. Who cares about blonde kid? We want Gorby.
Right. Oh no, I got fed poison. Yeah, they just make an expression. It's no biggie. They know not to actually eat the poison. They just kind of disappointed
they're just like,
in you.
why did we get poison when we needed meat or medicine? Okay, we'll put that on the shelf for later. Like, for example, when the coup starts. No, Gorby survived the coup, and
He
it
had to
was
do a pizza
unsuccessful. It just led to the fall of the USSR, that's all.
He had to stay alive long enough to a pizza commercial. That's important for the timeline, you know?
Yeah. What great as well is that Gorby had been an outspoken critic of Putin even back in the 90s. And simply put, being in Russia or anywhere from the former USSR, and being an outspoken critic of Putin, that is terrifying. That's how you suddenly find yourself falling out of a window. You don't generally want that to happen. But, you know, good for him for being willing to speak up. Oh no, Trisscorp has Hungy guy. Hungy guy, get out of here. Okay?
Gorby's stunning rhetoric. Okay, sure. Blastus is suggesting that what the attack is meant to represent. It is. I mean, the manual says it's a screen, so, you know.
You know, I've been thinking about, like, abilities to give characters. I'm like, it feels like I need a projectile, but in the game, got a wolf. Wolves don't usually have projectiles. I'm just gonna make it bark. That's all. Okay, that's precisely the projectile. That's what it's gonna be, a bark. Give the wolf a gun. I'm not giving the wolf a gun, chat. Okay. It's NES. That's going to be a very complicated sprite. I could put it in its mouth.
Z-Dog managed a P attack, right? I mean, you could do a P attack.
Okay, I'm not the artist. Although, I'm pretty sure the artist would be okay with that.
Okay, so I think we're on the same stage.
Yes, Mindezzy doing a lot of work to catch up. We are tied. Now, tiebreaker goes to whoever made it to the level first, so Mindezzy is technically a little behind, but if she can beat this level before Trisscorp, that is a change in who is in the lead. I think Trisscorp's going to get it really quickly, though. It's not going to take too much work. Just gotta stun the Hungy man.
Yep. I was about to say, I'm just laughing at that. I'm sorry, the sprites always make me laugh.
They're
it's like,
so good. Like, there's so much to love about this game, I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, again, this is a legit good game. I would not feel at all weird about giving it in any kind of tournament, you know, not a bad game tournament, but just like a regular game tournament. It's perfectly fine, normal game. It just, yeah, the premise is something.
Yeah, mind you, everybody, I'm going to share the two different box arts for this game so that you can see, like, American version, Factory Panic, or the Japanese version, which is about Gorbachev. What was the name again for the Japanese version?
Ganbare Gorby?
Ganbare Gorby. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. American version. Look at this. Look at this nerd, okay? What a loser. Nobody wants to play as you, stupid Factory Panic kid, okay?
European version also had the same character.
Yeah, we hate him.
So right.
Yeah. Okay, Japanese version. Look, it's freaking Gorby here. He's shaded. Okay? The people need the goods, and he's there to serve the people. See? Well, there we go. It's very obvious that the Japanese version is superior. Apparently people in chat are Gorbin, and that concerns me. I don't know if you can Gorbin Twitch or YouTube chat, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Also, good to see Cam Lone Mouse Wolf over in YouTube. Yes, I'm trying to pay attention to both of the chats. Chat is a lot quieter over there than it is on Twitch, but I appreciate everybody who is over there. We're multi-streaming. We're gonna multi-stream. Okay, every day is a multi-stream. We're gonna be doing that.
One of my TVs has a YouTube app, but does not have a Twitch app. They used to have a Twitch app, but then Twitch discontinued support for that particular.
Wait, Amazon discontinuing support for something? Say it isn't so.
So it is actually nice to have that option for watching on that particular TV. Just if I want to sit on a couch and watch this, that's a nice option.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually appreciate that there is a YouTube option for that now. And I have been watching some YouTube streams that just because it is. I like on that particular TV, I can only watch it on YouTube, and so I discovered a couple people that I wouldn't normally have seen just because of that. So it's nice to have.
Many thanks for the super chat over on YouTube from Alessandro. That $5 or 5 reais actually. Wait, we've got someone from Brazil. Hey, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. Good to have you here. And this is my main job. All that helps considerably.
This had a different cover in Brazil too, I think, but I don't have it offhand. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh no, Mindez got shot again. That hurts. I'm glad. I'm glad that these bullets aren't super lethal. Sort of like the bullets in Yakuza. I've been playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I got it a while ago and finally been able to sit down and play it. And that game's really, really good. Probably the best modern JRPG in years, I'd say. At least in my opinion, it's fantastic. Trisscorp through another level, distancing themselves from Mindezzy just by a little bit. Mindez still has a lot of medicine to get to these people. Yeah, I'm glad that poison doesn't really affect them though. Oh no, poison.
It is nice. Yeah, no, I was originally worried, that's going to be like a special item that's going to do something different when it hits them and you'll have to restart the level. No, this game is tilted pretty easy. It doesn't really try to hurt you or them as much as you might think. Mindezzy just got knocked down, but again, you have to let it happen more than that.
The biggest problem with the extra items, like the non-useful items, is that if they stay on the conveyor belts, the useful ones cannot spawn, so you need to make sure that they do get despawned and that they go to an exit somewhere. If you don't, then you're going to lose a decent amount of time. Mindez catching up to Trisscorp again, only one person behind on this current level.
And just to mention to chat, we are not tracking by number of people on the level. That part I decided, because you can have a situation where, especially with the bridge ones on 2 and 4, you can have a situation where somebody has more people, but they're technically farther behind. And I didn't want to have to think about that. It's let's just do by stage. And I know these are going to go really quickly. And again, somebody might finish the game. It's quite possible. It looks like Trisscorp also
really simple.
2 medicines come down, but one of them came a little too quickly. The person actually did not make it to the front of the line before it arrived. So.
Yep. You want to make sure that the medicine does show. Oh, Mindez accidentally sent some medicine off to be incinerated. I hate when medicine fills the atmosphere. But, it happens sometimes. Oh, Mindez is actually dead. I don't know if I've seen it. No, I've seen 1 or 2 deaths. If the screen turns gray, that means you're dead. It's true in real life as well.
So Trisscorp did make it through, so we're on the final area. So this is quite possible. I would expect, you could finish this in like 15 minutes, I think. So yeah, it's possible. We'll see it clear. I mean, I feel a little better. Like, so when I gave out the Cold Blood, and somehow Novasol is a god of arcade games, so he was able to like beat it so quickly that I needed to come up with multiple loops. At least this one, I got my prediction basically right on what was going to happen.
Yeah. So Mindez has learned the pro strat, which is just stand here and talk. You gotta get the medicine to the people, but otherwise you can just stand there and talk forever. Gorby sometimes just does that, you know. This is his job. This is politics. This is politics, baby. Yeah, we don't need any of those guitars. I think those were guitars. Those are not going to be useful. We need medicine. Okay, literally, the people have crutches. You think a guitar is going to help someone with a crutch? No. Okay. There we go. There we go. Poison also not going to help somebody with a crutch. It's fine, though.
All right, here comes the medicine.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this is that enemies don't start in the level at the very beginning. You have to wait for them to spawn. And because of that, it can be a little bit confusing to start out with. Now Mindez is catching up. I believe one level behind Trisscorp. This level isn't too difficult. It's not too long. Mindez just needs to get through it. Meat does not go to the guy with the crutch. Okay, there we go. We've got... And there we go, Mindez getting through the stage. I don't think she even meant to, because that stage is just lined up in the right way where pretty much everybody can get what they need if you don't do anything. Occasionally not doing stuff in life is a strategy. Occasionally people don't need the goods and services that you're offering, you know? Okay, old man, do you want house? Old man want house? Lady, oh, okay, he's getting the Game Gear. We're good. Game Gear happening. Oh, unfortunately, no, Game Gear went the wrong direction. Oh, the horn is bad, huh? If you collect a horn, it reduced your time? Okay, Mindez is through the level. There we go. Good job, Gorby. Okay, Trisscorp just trying to get the Game Gear over to the right side of the screen. Unfortunately, the guy with the gun causing some problems. Yeah, what Trisscorp probably wants to do is what they're doing right there, which is grabbing a piece of the bridge after the Game Gear has passed over it and then getting closer to, not the enemy, the NPC who needs the Game Gear in order to be satisfied. Gorby is not just about letting people live normal, boring lives. He's all about letting you live your greatest fantasies, including the Game Gear. Which, I don't know about you, chat. Some days the Game Gear is my greatest fantasy. Those are what we call bad days.
Oh my goodness. You know, I do wonder, I don't know the story behind that particular element, but like if they were trying to sell Game Gears to the USSR and that's part of why they did that, it is just as a, this is just like, that is it. I don't know. I really don't know. I never found enough of the story behind that part to confirm if they were thinking that.
I mean, I can confirm that they were thinking about factories and about panicking. Yeah, even if they didn't know it when they made this game, because it later came out as Factory Panic. Okay, Mindez may be close to finishing another level, but we do need to get the houses to the left side of the screen. But
by the way,
Gorby
I do
can
have
do it.
the Brazilian version in chat if you want to show that one.
The Brazilian version in... You mean...
Masters chat. Crazy company.
Looks just like the American one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they... I'm not sure why you would change the name again. It's...
Oh, they... Okay, yeah, the name is different. Hey, everybody, if you thought Factory Panic was... Where did it save? Okay, whatever. Let me just put it there. If you thought Factory Panic was a generic name, let me go ahead and introduce you to Crazy Company. Yeah, that's right. That's what Brazil got. Crazy Company. Thank you, Tech Toy, for bringing us the game. Now, with that said, this was published by Sega and Tectoy over in Brazil, but developed by a company called Japan System House Co. Ltd. that later became Biox. They made other games like Rise Star for the Game Gear. Yeah, it appears they did some ports. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. It appears... Pepenga Pengo, that sounds like fun. Samurai Kid on Game Boy Color, that has to be fun. You get to be a samurai and a kid.
I don't know that one.
Neither do I.
Still a while here. I try to know all the games, but there's just not enough time.
Yeah, apparently it does have some platforming levels in there, so that's hopeful.
Check it out.
Yeah, maybe one day.
I was meaning to ask, have we had Tech Toy at all this... I know we've had it before, but like this particular Kusogrand8, have we had Tech Toy?
I don't know if we've had Tech Toy during Kuso 8. We've had them plenty of times. Pretty sure we have, but I can't recall.
Yeah, they've been a big contributor to our cause, for sure.
Yeah, many thanks, Tech Toy.
By the way, they are on the same level, so, you know, this is whoever if Mindezzy manages to beat the level first, then he will go back into the lead change. We'll see.
Yeah, she will, yeah.
Wait, did I... Hold on, I might be losing track. Hold on, did Trisscorp... these levels are getting so big now that I actually, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold on.
It's all good. Welcome to Kusogrand8, everybody. Occasionally, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Okay, Mindez getting the house for the nerd who wants a house.
Yeah, who needs a house, right?
I don't know who needs a house. Somebody?
Okay, there we go. Now they're in the same level. These last ones are a bit, more elaborate as you're seeing. So it slows them down a bit, but maybe at the 15-minute mark, we'll see. And plus the shooting of the soldier shooting a lot is also not helpful either. It used to be just trying to hit you.
It's fine. Sometimes soldiers, like, what else are they gonna do? Just sit around and, they might as well just sit around, They don't need to do anything. Just stay home. Don't do anything.
Okay, so Triss is... Just actually stopped before like the whole thing was okay. So we are one stage apart, but again, this is really tight because something can go wrong when you're trying to set this up, and yeah, I could
No, like, everything's going well. We are pretty close to the end of this game, though. It is, like, there's a very real possibility this match could finish a little bit early, which does happen occasionally. Will it happen today? Who knows? I mean, we will know in just a little bit. Not quite yet, but soon. Gorby just hopping and trying to get through, and stage 8, I believe, is the final stage.
Yep, they're both on the last stage.
Both players on the last stage, yeah.
They get tricky, but, you know, this game is relatively forgiving, and you just gotta, whoever can get through fastest.
Yeah, the big question is, what does Trisscorp have left that they need to do in order to beat this stage? The difficult thing is seeing who's down below, because you gotta see where everything is going. Oh, everything is to the right, so we just need to move all the resources from the left columns to the right. And after you do that, yell at the soldier a bunch to make sure that, you know, he's not causing any problems. Yeah, unfortunately, the way that things are set up is that only the resource that's on the very far left column is actually going to come where Mindezzy needs it. And luckily, the medicine is going the exact right place. Do not lay that track down, Gorbachev.
Yeah, no,
good.
She was listening to you. She actually was waiting for it to pass before laying it down.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Unfortunately, that meat is going to go the incorrect direction. Yeah, it is time to start moving some of these pieces over to the right.
Trying to save that house, but didn't manage it. I think she's going for distributing the house next. So just going from right to left system, basically. So getting the rightmost person in the next rightmost, which is the exact same thing Trisscorp is doing right now, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the best, like, filtering system for something like this would be, because there would be ways to optimize getting the flow right so that everything that you get, like, everything goes in the correct direction. It's just takes a while. What does this music do?
They hold on a second. On Mindezzy's screen?
It was there for a second, but it's gone now.
I think that was the one that stunned the enemies, although I was missing track on I was watching Trisscorp during that moment, so not totally sure. I'll keep an eye if it happens again.
Well, I mean, there are a couple collectibles. There's the trumpet.
Because neither time or lives have really affected this too much. It might affect this level, because this is pretty long.
Yeah, and considering there's a limit for how many items can be out. Oh, there we go. We've got a house going for Mindezzy. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay, is everything set up for the houses? It is. So Mindezzy is set. Mindezzy is going to get this. Now, setting up, I believe, for the next section, which is either going to be a Game Gear or... Oh, and Trisscorp is through. Is that time? That is indeed time. However, I'm going to let Mindezzy keep playing if she so desires, but that is a clear... Wait. Unless this is like the English version where you have to do a second loop. Look at him go! Look at him dance! Finn! Oh, that was such a good Gorby dance. Okay. I'm gonna let them know that, yeah, Trisscorp is still getting into this, but I want Mindezzy to,
She might want to finish the level, because she's really close.
Yeah, this has been an incredibly close match. So I'm like, come on, Mindezzy, you can complete it! I'm cheering for you. You're right at the end here. You're getting the meat down. Seriously, only about a minute apart, and both
That's
of our
fair.
players have completed the game. There we go. That is time. Look at him dance. Look at him go. Woo, 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 woo. An ending absolutely worth having. Ah. The hero of my heart, the hero of the people. This was a fantastically close match. That was a lot of fun. Mindezzy, welcome on in, and great job. This was so close between you two.
Yeah, it sounds it.
Yeah.
How far apart were we?
Like about a minute. Honestly,
wow.
not that much. Maybe even less than a minute. It was very close between you two. And honestly, there was there were lead changes between you two. That really, really made me happy. It feels like for the first and third worlds, you had a little bit more of a grasp on it than Trisscorp did. Oh, Trisscorp's gonna join us. Okay, there's Trisscorp. Hello, Triss!
Hello.
Welcome and congratulations. By, I think, about a minute, maybe even less, you took the victory today. Both of you completed the game, and it was extremely close. This was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good game, honestly.
Seriously, GG. Great job to both of you. And honestly, the lead change really happened quite a bit. Like Mindezzy, the stretches of the first and third world really seemed to play a little bit more to the way that you do puzzles, whereas the second and fourth worked a little bit better for Trisscorp. At least that's sort of the impression that I got. But on that final level, it really was down to whoever could figure it out first. It could have been either of you. And I love that. That always makes for an exciting match.
Yeah, a lot of that last stage in particular came down to, like, it was very slow for the objects to despawn, so I was just kind of waiting for the bread to spawn for ages, so that probably didn't help. But yeah, GG, honestly.
Yeah, GG. So I have to ask, what do you think about this game? Factory Panic in the US, something about Gorbachev in Japan.
It's quite fun, actually.
Oh, yeah?
It's hard to be like... I have a hard time like pinning down why I liked it, honestly. It's kind of like those mini games that... It's like the Mario Party 1 mini game where you have to drop the chest.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. And this isn't probably going to be anyone's favorite game is what I imagine. It's a puzzle game. It's got fun ideas. I think that it does what it does well. Like the whole puzzle aspect of making things go through lanes and having an enemy that's not too complicated. You can sort of guess how they're going to move, when they're going to attack. Like, it's predictable enough with enough randomness that it keeps you engaged while you're playing. I think that they did a fantastic job with it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The enemy is there literally just as a distraction. Like, you can't keep your eye, like, too far off them, but, like, yeah. You just kind of got to keep them busy.
Like max 2 enemies on the screen.
Yeah, so how do you feel about Gorbachev these days?
I have no clue who it is.
Oh, okay. He was the leader of the USSR right when it fell. In fact, this game came out the year of the fall of the Soviet Union. Gorbachev, though, was very, very much anti-Putin from what I have seen at the time, and was very much a fan of democracy. And, like, from what I can see, he's one of the reasons why the Cold War ended. Sure, there are probably some problematic things that he's done as well, but who can you say? Ronald Reagan was our president at that time, and I can't say that we didn't have problems there as well.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this game was completely historically accurate, and this is exactly how
the
he distributed Game Gears to the people.
Yeah, you got to distribute the Game Gears, you know? Make sure that... Not the mothers don't want the Game Gears, it's just those bratty kids. Well, good. So, I do have to say congratulations, Trisscorp. Mindezzy, I'm sorry, you are eliminated from the tournament. Happens to everyone except for one person, you know, that's how it goes. We do have
it's been a great tournament.
Yeah, it's been so good to have you. Of course, we asked for your final words to put on your tombstone, so I gotta ask, do you have any last words?
Yep, that's my final words.
That sounds I like it. Well, fantastic, Mindezzy. And make sure you hit me up because we do have $10 worth of Steam games. I'll get you some gift cards. Just make sure that you have me added on Steam. We also have Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, the greatest interplanetary holiday special that you have ever seen. So I would love to get that over to you. Trisscorp, good luck when you move on to round 3. It's going to be tough, but that's just how it goes in the finals, or when we're towards the end of the tournament. Yeah, anything that you want to plug, Mindezzy, before we let you go?
Not particularly. I mostly stream like puzzle games and puzzle solving on my channel. So if you like puzzles and this was a puzzle game, seems appropriate. Yeah, follow my channel.
I do kind of dig puzzles. Yeah. What can I ask? What puzzle game you've been doing lately?
Mostly occasionally I do like the Nancy Drew games.
Oh my gosh, you do Nancy Drew? Okay, okay, I like you. A whole lot. Well, sweet. Nancy Drew, everybody. That is something that you can go see over at Mindezzy's stream and other games as well, obviously. But Nancy Drew is where it's at. Come on. We all know the priority here. What about you, Trisscorp? Anything you're doing that people should know about?
Well, next weekend we're gonna have the Mystery Tournament Top 8.
The Top 8! Oh my gosh, you're almost done with the Mystery Tournament as well. That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna I'm gonna be a contestant in the loser bracket.
Oh, sweet! Well, I hope that goes well for you then. Top 8 contestant in the losers bracket, you know, definitely a lot of work to go for you, but hopefully you do well. I hope it all works out. Sweet. Yep. And that's going to be this next weekend?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, over at the GDQ channel, right?
Yes.
Okay, everybody.
22nd March and 23rd March.
Well, there you go. If you want to catch more action, Trisscorp will be playing over in the losers bracket. So best of luck with that. Represent the Kuso crew. We love to have you here. All right, I'll let you both. Oh, omeganumber. Anything you want to plug before I let you go as well?
Not today. I'm about to go see some cats, so all of you take care, all right?
All right, go enjoy the cats. I'll let you go. Take care, friends. Hey, bye. Everybody. Yeah, bye. Well, we've got one more match coming up today, but I will need to run a quick little ad to get ready, so hold on to your butts. If you're over at YouTube, just chill, I guess, and I will be right back after this couple minutes. Also, I didn't see you. No, I did see you. Good to see you, Mike. Been a hot minute since I've seen you around here. Good to have you here. And yeah, hopefully you've been enjoying your travels, your exploits around the world. We're not back from the break yet, so I can blab a bit. Blah, 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 blah. So cool. Okay, closing my tab about Ronald Reagan. Nobody can hear me scream. Except, I guess, everybody who's watching. Okay, I still have to do a little bit of work to get stuff ready. Be calm, my friends. If you can't be calm, I'm gonna be angry. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, you know. I can go ahead and keep getting ready. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Those who are watching VODs, just fast forward a little bit. It's fine. If you're watching live, just fast forward a little bit. It's fine. The reason it's taken a little bit longer is because I am... Oh my god, can I not... why can't I... Because it's locked? Probably. Sorry, I'm blabbing. Blah, 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 blab. There. Because it's a gauntlet, I've got more things to get set up. And also Tristan helped out by making a cool new tracker thingy for us. I appreciate that. Except now it's being done. Oh, how about you just don't work? That's